How have you found, obviously, going into those types of businesses during the recent like pandemic and things like that? How did that kind of affect you? Because you mentioned, obviously, it's 100% not speculative, but obviously there's crazy things that can go on in the world, and obviously you can never perceive what's going to happen. How did that affect your passive income strategy?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm actually very thankful for what happened with the pandemic because that caused me to really get my diversification strategy on point. So I was already diversified, and I I would say that not all of the investments are speculative, but some definitely are. So on the speculative investments, I know what percentage of my portfolio is allocated to risky things. If I'm trying to make 100% a year, obviously it's going to carry some risk. So I want to balance my portfolio in such a way where I'm protected in case something happens, but I'm also investing into the best possible route that has the highest chance of making me money. So we have two types of diversification. Number one is internal diversification. So let's say I want to have Airbnbs. I want to invest into Airbnbs. Well, I'm going to have some in Florida. I'm going to have some in Texas. I'm going to have some in maybe South Carolina, maybe another state. So within that asset class, I'm diversified internally. And I could take that a step further. I could be like, well, I'm just not just going to do in one city in Florida. I might do Tampa, I might do Jacksonville, maybe Miami. So a couple cities, maybe different types of properties, beachfront, houses, condos, apartments. That way I'm super diversified within that sector, but then I can also diversify externally. So I'm in real estate, I'm in Airbnb, but why don't I buy an oil well down in Texas? And now I'm pumping out crude oil and selling that to refineries. So totally unrelated industries. The way I started out was I literally just tried everything. So it was literally just trial and error. I'm like, oh, you do Airbnbs, great, let's do it. And then I started investing into everything that like generally made sense. And so what I found with that is only about maybe 60 or 70% of my investments were actually profitable. Which thankfully the winners definitely outweighed the losses. So I was net positive. I was still making money, but it really allowed me to refine my strategy. And so at this point, I'm very, very specific with the things that I invest in. And I only invest in the things that I really, really understand how they work. And I look at a 10-year time frame as far as like, hey, in 10 years, is this still going to be around? Is this still going to be making money in 10 years? And if it fits my criteria, I have like a whole checklist that I go through. If it fits my criteria, then I pull the trigger on it.